Or just like, Earth is ghetto. Earth is so ghetto. Why you want to go back there? One night, someone gave me some oil. The pure oil that they make from, I think, they use some kind of alcohol to extract the oil from the herb. So I ate it like a drop, a little drop. I think you know what? That was my first time having it. I think I had about 2 drops, and then I was smoking as well. And it felt normal, like, you know, I smoked weed for years from a teenager, so I really think anything was gonna shake me down like that. So I wasn't intimidated. I was just like, okay, let me try it. But then I fell asleep, woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, why am I still high? Usually high come down after a couple of hours, especially after sleep. You don't sleep and wake up back high. So I was like, what the hell is this? I spazzed out. I freaked out. What is this that is happening to me? I felt like, okay, my weed got spiked. Something is different here. I've never experienced this before. So I freaked out for a little while, but then I realized, okay, this is happening to me, and so I have to just accept it and ride this freaking wave. But it took me through quite a few phases, which is similar to what I've heard about mushrooms. Sometimes it's really difficult to put it into words exactly what it was that I experienced, but I'm going to try. I had a feeling of dying, a feeling of dying and coming back to life. And they've said the same thing about mushrooms and ayahuasca. I haven't done any of those yet, is because I intend to, but everything with time. I don't rush anything. I want a specific thing from those herbs. I want to do it with certain people. I want to do it in certain places. And I want it to be an entire ritual. You know, I want to get the herb, I want to have it with me, I want to meditate, I want to cleanse. I just want to prepare myself. I want to prepare myself mentally, and I want to prepare myself physically. Now, I had this experience of death, and this is one of the reasons why I don't fear death anymore, because of this very experience. Because you fear death before you never know it. You have no concept of it. You don't have no idea about what it is like. But this experience for me, nobody can tell me nothing. This is what the experience of death is like. I don't know how to explain some of these things, but I felt like I was, you know, you ever watch those movies and you see somebody move them hand and then it's like 1,000 hands come behind them? That's how I was feeling. So everything that kind of describes what I was feeling, seeing, everything, like just my movements, even with my eyes closed. I was feeling like my hands, I moved my hands and it's this whole thing happening with my hands, very Matrix like. I started having these visions of spirals, just whole heap of spirals. Spirals represent the Fibonacci sequence. And then I got to the point where I felt like I died, and it was complete stillness. It was complete nothing. I heard nothing, I saw nothing, I felt nothing. I was just in a vacuum by myself. No light, no, not just dark. And I felt like I literally turned into a fossil. You know, fossils, they're like prehistoric animals that turn into, they're basically frozen time, I guess. Let me see if I can find, I have a fossil. I have an ammonite. Okay, not so easy to find. They're all over the place. I'm not sure where. I'll show you a picture of what an ammonite looks like. I felt like I turned into a fossil. At that point, I ceased to exist. There is no trace of me except I'm this fossil. I don't know where the fossil is, but I am not living anymore. I was just like, yo, no, this can't be it. I said, show me something else. Like, is there another option? Is there something else that I can do? Like, this can't be it. I know this is not it for me. I can't just dead. So then I transitioned to, I didn't transition yet. I was between there and hearing these voices. And the voices were like people, they were like fairies. And they said the same thing about mushrooms, that you see little people and little people talk to you and so on. So that was my experience. Like, these people who could fly, they were either flying or floating, but they were small people, I remember that. And so they were telling me how, basically coaching me out of that state. And that was really because I requested it. I asked, what else is there? So they came to me now, and they were showing me a lot of things, but they were really happy people, like very happy. Their energy was really high. They seemed like they were high, but they were just high on their experience. And they were trying to tell me that I could be like them and that I could experience, existence or whatever it is. I wouldn't want to call it, I don't know if I want to call it life, but I could experience what they were experiencing, where they basically had control of everything about their experience, their existence, and they could do whatever they wanted to do, and they could go wherever they wanted to go to. They were telling me that there was more out there than Earth. And there's better out there than Earth, actually. They were just like, Earth is ghetto. Earth is so ghetto. Why you want to go back there? You can go here with us and explore there and whatever. But I said to them, listen, I'm not ready to leave Earth yet. One, my parents are expecting me back. I have friends, lots of people who are expecting me back. So I can't just up and exit. And there's some unfinished business I have there as well. I want to see some things through, and I want to experience some experiences that I think are nice to have as a human on Earth. I want to have some of these human experiences, like having children. I want lots of things I want to do. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going back to Earth. They said, okay, well, just join us now and experience this bliss. I transitioned to feeling godlike, and it brought me a lot of blissful feelings. And the blissful feelings translated in reality to me having multiple orgasms. I was moaning. Like, in reality, if you were in the space with me, you would hear me moaning and so on. That's what it sounded like. That was it. That was my experience. And I had it again a second time because I was kind of chasing that feeling again. I took the oil a lot after that. So one night I took it, and this was when my friend's son was staying with me, and he actually fell asleep. He was in my bed sleeping, but I didn't go through that whole dark shadow phase, or I didn't go through the death phase at all. I went straight to bliss. And so I was just having these multiple orgasms again, and I'm like, thank God this pitney sleep dead, because if he did ever wake up in the middle of the night and hear me I galang, so I think he would be very concerned. Yeah, that's one of the beautiful experiences that I've had with Herb. And so because of that, I think I leveled up in my consciousness again because of that, because it opened my eyes to things beyond this dimension.